Alright, so hey, my name's Mikael, this is Tommaso, and we're playing Super Meat Boy with Tomi here.
Hey.
You're the guy behind Resogun.
Well, I'm not the guy, but I'm a gameplay programmer.
Okay, so you like the gameplay stuff.
So for example, like what do you do exactly? Give us an example.
In Resogun. Well, for instance, I have written the code for most of the enemies and quite a lot of menu stuff. And,
So
basically, kind of all around gameplay.
if somebody hates the one specific enemy, it's mostly your fault, right?
Well, I'm not the one who. I'm not like the puppet master who actually controls
The waves.
the waves. I just. But I made the strings.
You're the,
Okay.
not the master, but the maker of strings.
Alright, so
Today we're playing Super Meat Boy, and one of the reasons for doing that is because it has awesome gameplay.
It's simple enough for me to pick up quite quickly. Yeah, I'm pretty much an old school gamer, and I don't really, I can't really handle all of these different buttons and well, left and right and two buttons is it's enough for me.
so are you good at pressure?
No.
Okay. Well, let's see how you perform with Super Meat Boy then. This is not the first game of Enwood we played. We played
Okay, I'll just
Binding of Isaac as well.
Yeah, so this is a game made by Team Meat, which you can actually follow pretty closely in the game, the movie. And in that movie, they released it on the Xbox 360, which is the original platform, and they have some issues with releasing the game, but it all ends up pretty well. And now we're playing the Steam version. And I can see just straight off that you played this game before.
Yeah, I'm not very familiar with this controller, but
But you'll make it do. And this is one of the mini games, right?
yeah, this is the first one. So.
Alright. I have this game, actually I never played it.
You never played Meat?
I played only the demo when it came out on Xbox 360, but I bought it.
It's been a while since I actually
Okay. This is
collected these bandages.
because this game came out also for other platforms before Xbox 360 and PC.
This was a flash game.
Yeah, exactly. And it looked like I can see that the graphic here is different from the graphic of the main game. This looks maybe more like the earlier versions.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
So it was originally a flash game.
Okay. Definitely not the most comfortable. Feeling comfortable with this controller, but
We can hook up both of the 360.
no, it's alright.
The true skill of a player is measured not in the tool he uses, but the way he uses.
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
Zen. Okay, but it doesn't matter. I think a big appeal of the game is dying, and so it's not about how much stuff do you get done, but it's more about how you can control the game, and even there's a cool way of showing people how many times they die.
You're so fast that I have troubles following exactly what's happening on the screen. That's I guess
That's the idea.
how you go through the game. I always been fascinated by the aesthetic of this game, and that he's made of meat, and the girlfriend is made of bandages. Man, you're too fast. We can barely see the screen. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about this dichotomy between the two lovers?
I think it's cool. I think that it's one of the examples of kind of classic elements in gaming. It doesn't have to be the stereotypical hero. It can be something else. And I think that this is very much that.
A bit like Mario and the Princess. I never really understood exactly what's the relationship there. Exactly why she likes him.
It's a guy and a girl, you don't have to explain. In video games, if it's all about the gameplay, you don't really have to go into details of why the relationship.
But why do you think that Bowser is always trying to kidnap them? I mean, like, that's kind of interesting. Maybe we don't go into that, right?
That's an detail for another time.
Yeah. I mean,
man.
Nintendo metaphors, when you start to think about it, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get that.
Alright, so...
Oh, you're hunting the bandage right now.
Yeah. Oops.
Why are you collecting the bandages?
It's a thing to collect. It's a collectible.
Yeah. There we go.
Here we go.
Wow. Okay, let's see if I can pull this off.
So,
Whoa!
how many times have you finished this game?
Well, I've completed this. That's actually. I'm glad I managed to pull it off.
That easily.
Yeah.
So in case you
Oh, this is a bit trip runner.
So from the chat, Killful Fan is saying, hello Tommy, and is this intended to be a quick play?
It's definitely not like speedrun material, although I guess I do some speed tricks for it.
Yeah, we're just looking at games that we love here at Housemarque, and we want to share them in this kind of let's play manner. I can also take the questions from here if needed, but we'll do that at the end of the video if possible. But yeah, it's not a quick play per se, but well, you do play the game quite a bit, so you can sometimes finish the levels quicker than maybe an average player, or at least compared to me. You know, he's doing quite a good job. But I played the game a lot, and I love the game. It's easy to pick up. It's something that if you master the system, it's fairly easy to see how to complete a level and so on. And I haven't been playing it for a while now, so you know, I probably won't be nearly as good. Plus, I never went for the bandages, so I never did that collection and stuff.
Do you unlock the character with bandages? Or...
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying to buff there, I mean.
But it's you kind of you develop a rhythm.
That's
So
what I was trying to do.
yeah.
I think we should figure out a better way to have the question, because I can't do it.
No, we'll do it at the end. Don't focus on that. Okay, so for me, Meat Boy is all about the gameplay, right? And I think for everybody, that's pretty much what it's all about. How would you describe? Well, now you gotta go. Again.
I'm not describing anything when
Yeah, I would say
it's
that.
like this.
If you'd have to describe while dying all the time, what is the basic thing about Meat Boy, why you love it so much?
I don't know. I mean, well, it's challenging but fair. It's basically.
So it has a very specific rule set. It has a very kind of a cool premise, and it's the controls are very simple.
Yeah.
And it's very game-like. Here we can see like a Game Boy aesthetic. So clearly it's aware that it's a game. It's not trying to be anything else, but it's very, very open about, self-aware, if you will, about being a game.
Well, I guess that from the moment they picked the protagonist, that they weren't trying to be very serious.
No, you know, and seriousness is one thing, but then again, that's the idea is that you're focusing on gameplay. It also
the references.
yeah, it's clearly a gamer's game in some sense.
Okay.
So we did the 19 stages in how long? With the streaming?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah, something like that. That's pretty impressive.
It's not bad.
Can you do better?
Well, personally, maybe not. I'm sure there's a lot of speedrunners out there who can, world-class guys can probably beat it.
Yeah, but I guess it's good to know that one of the guys that is working actively on Resogun can play a game like this.
Yeah, compared to us, we do most of the marketing stuff. And
You can see clearly that the level here is different if you follow the streams a bit now.
yeah, well, I've gotten better at playing games too, so I don't want to brag, but
You mean over the weekend?
over the weekend, yeah. So this is the first boss fight. Basically, you have to run away from this. It's the fetus within this chainsaw walker
Oh, come on! It's like the...
There we go. You got the band-aid, right?
There's
no bandage? Okay. But yeah, if you go through this level, then you sort of escape this guy. And then he crashes into the very end. That's the very first boss.
Have you ever felt like going screen? Because it looks very much like that.
I guess some people feel that way.
We're skipping all the story stuff because it's not needed. It's all about gameplay. And you got this Half-Life.
Yeah, well, if you want to see the story, then play the game.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think about the learning curve of this game?
I think it's very very polished and
That's another one. I've done that before. It's good. It's polished. Is it a fairly straight jump? Is it very hard, or how do you see it?
It's quite a gentle slope that it extends very far.
Right. So there's a lot of content to play, and it's
Yeah.
very well balanced.
Totally.
So there's a few games that I'd like to say
Can I
are
adjust the shirt more?
modern classics. What?
Can I adjust a little bit of the volume? Was it just-
Yes, please do. It's hopefully we can have it balanced better.
But wait.
Okay, I'll do it now.
Okay.
Doing the game volume.
Yes, so we should be back.
And now everything is broken forever.
It crashes.
Did it
crash?
just... I think it crashed.
Alright. Well, we can just restart.
Yes.
That's alright.
Sorry. Oh, it was there. Oh yeah.
Alright,
They sent the story to like a message team meet, so maybe we should include a message saying we were streaming live and it crashed. Alright. Gamepad isn't required, but neither is spectating. Is that what they said over there? Alright, we're back. This is Housemarque Let's Play developer version of Super Meat Boy, and we've gone with second chapter so far. And yeah, we were talking about the learning curve, so it's something that if you enjoy gameplay-centered games, it's sometimes hard to balance the learning curve because you have a lot of people who are fairly hardcore. Do you consider you're fairly hardcore?
Well, generally speaking, I'm not a very hardcore gamer, but once I really get excited about some game, then I'm full OCD.
Full OCD, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And definitely, if you're enjoying this type of games, it's maybe even a needed type of thing.
Well,
it's required. If you want to play hardcore games, you have to. There's a level of commitment you have to make.
Do you know, like on percentage, more or less, how many people out of all those that bought Meat Boy can actually play at this level?
This is very hard to actually. If we would,
I don't know, maybe if we look at the achievements.
yeah, we could maybe look at the achievements and see how many people get the rarest ones. Of course, now we don't have a full day to play the game, so we're not going to be able to.
Oh wow, that's...
Yeah. You're going to say the limbo level?
maybe not. I was thinking more about Donkey Kong.
I didn't even know there was a portal there.
Oh, look at this.
okay, this may take a while.
It's not easy.
This is Flappy Bird, practically.
That's the joke.
Yeah. I actually never got to this. Because it was so well hidden in that dark. Did you have to Google that from like a cheat guide or?
I think I found this one myself.
Okay, cool.
There were some later.
That you had to check out.
Yeah.
You have a certain amount of lives here, right? Or is it
No,
endless?
the character walk zones have actually limited lives.
Okay. Whoa. So, Okay, if we...
This is inspired by what, Castlevania or
I can't remember.
could it look like that?
It should say where it's from after I actually complete this. Ah,
Yeah. I'm lost on the reference here too, but let's see what it says. I'm sure there's a bunch of viewers who can have understanding of this, but
Can you get into Dust Force, which is maybe a bit similar to
did you ever play Dust Force?
I think I've tried that a couple of times, but no.
I think Dust Force is made by a small team in Australia, and if I'm not, I think there might be some Americans in there too. But very much like that game has a...
From Mighty Jill off.
Yeah. I didn't play that game, so I wouldn't know. But Dust Force is something that has a bit more of gameplay elements, because here you have basically, what do you have, run and jump?
Running and jumping.
And then in Dust Force you have the broom. Well, it's a bit different but very similar. Oh yeah. This is really on the edge of your seat kind of stuff.
I just saw some very difficult runs also with Dust Force, so I was wondering if maybe
I'm sure
experience.
some people at the office have maybe played Dust Force, so maybe we can have a similar go at that game. Yeah, you have to go underneath it, yeah.
I tend to avoid this trial and error when it's just so extreme, because I get this really easily. And this kind of game add to my stress level too much, so I tend not to play it.
Yes, you know, a lot of people you can quote saying that they play video games to relieve their stress.
Yeah, this is not.
This is definitely not that game. But then again, maybe it's something that you can get into and take your mind off something else, and therefore relieve your stress.
You won't accept the fish in the level without.
You have to get it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't have to, but if you're this guy, then you have to.
Yeah. It's a bit more difficult than I expected. Because
I'm sure we'll be here for a little while. But that's the beauty of the game. You can replay something like this. You have a very simple goal.
I'm quite sure that at least on the 360 I could like go
From here.
through the top like this and then land on it. So,
I'm not sure if they've rebalanced the game at all since the original version.
or maybe they fixed it and now it's more difficult.
Yeah, that's true. Rebalancing, fixing synonyms with different ends.
Have you tried to play this with the keyboard?
Yeah, I've actually I played through this game
With a keyboard?
with a keyboard for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah, on PC, obviously. And, after that, I actually learned how to use the pad.
But I'm guessing the keyboard was something that's fairly easy.
Now I
also.
gave up into this.
You gave up?
Yeah, because it might not be that super interesting.
That's
more
true,
extreme,
that's true.
So I'll just be away this time.
You are
Oh well.
So I never played the game with the keyboard, but since the buttons are fairly easy, I guess that it would be something that's not that difficult at all.
Yeah, it's not very difficult.
Make your way down. Yeah.
Ah! It's the key. Yeah, I have to say that playing this game feels really good with this one controller.
Another Game Boy level?
Yeah. Oh, there's that one.
Whoa!
Was this game originally out on Nintendo platforms?
No,
No.
no. It was a Flash
So
version.
It was on PC.
Flash version for online, and then Xbox 360, as far as I can remember, was the first and only to get
There, I
the
seem to
Super Meat
remember
Boy
some
in the
kind of
beginning.
Wii version.
Well, don't quote me on it, but at least it wasn't the original.
Okay, so
No.
let's see if I can.
Are the mechanics at all different than these Game Boy levels? It's the same mechanics, right?
Yeah, it is the same. Okay, that was just crazy. Let's try that again.
We'll give you some time to focus, and Tomaso's doing some emails on the side, so
Yeah.
we'll just calm down for a little moment there. There you go. Nice. Oh yeah, the Christmas tree level.
Come on. Okay, so actually I can. Well, maybe if I do. Well, what did you do?
There was a secret there?
Yeah, there was a bandage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll still have to count on it. That certainly took long enough.
It's all good.
Come on!
You can do it.
Yes.
Alright.
Will you play this game on a Game Boy? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Looks like
and in the end, the funny thing is that you could play it on Game Boy, because just run, jump, and moving around. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Not sure if we could run it on the original Game Boy or not, but
Well,
maybe we were actually discussing this, like how would you have to demake these games to be able to run them on all platforms?
oh. Yeah, well, this might not require too many changes, actually. I mean, of course,
Nice. Oh!
no worries.
Oh! There we go.
Okay, that was a bit
That was-
unfortunate.
Yeah,
But yeah,
the very end. But that's the kind of that's the way of the Meat Boy, you know? You don't
yeah, and it's part of the charm.
exactly. You make it and then you think you're home free and then you die at the very end.
Exactly.
What happened exactly to Team Meat? Because they're not making games together anymore, right?
They are actually. I believe there is that eugenics.
Oh, Eugenics is they're together. Okay.
Okay. Maybe I should.
When is
just-
that coming out? That's
Maybe we'll have to call them up and ask them. You can do it.
Yeah,
Come on.
shouldn't be that.
There we go. Whoa. Here we go. And home free. Nice.
Okay.
I'm kind of on the edge of my seat here. Just watching
the
the game.
tension. Yeah, we had a man on it playing. I don't think I can do this something.
Ah,
That was.
but yeah, as a company, you know, I think Housemarque is very much in the same vein that we want to create experiences where you can enjoy the gameplay and
But I have to say that it is a bit different because in a sense, like the games we're doing, they're also easy to pick up. I don't think this is easy to pick up. Like
No,
I mean,
this is-
you don't go very far if you don't get good at this.
yeah, but it's easy to pick up because you have very simple controls
Sure.
and you know you don't have to make it to the last level.
Yeah, to be honest,
So you don't agree? You don't?
I don't agree because I see that, for example, I think the Resogun, if you play it at the easy level, everybody can finish it. We all know how the easy level is balanced. I don't know if that's public information, but we're running out of time.
Oh, that's too bad. I wish I had.
This one I don't know. Like this doesn't have difficulty levels, right? No. This is
Well,
the game.
It has
Well, it has the
levels
dark
within the game.
world and well, Depends on what you consider difficult.
Yeah, like some of these levels are more difficult and has the alternative levels which are very difficult.
And I think just finishing the light world can be like a satisfying experience in and of itself.
Quite difficult.
It's quite difficult to. It's not like you have to go through all the dark worlds.
Was the game the first year? It kind of reminds me of Splatterhouse for some reason.
I don't know. I mean, I remember Edmund Macmillan, the designer, was saying that he actually based a lot of the design for the levels based on the cover art that you can see at the beginning of the levels.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So I guess that we finish this one and then we go to the Switch game.
So that's gonna be pretty much it for the playthrough. Let's play developer version of Super Meat Boy here with Tomi and Tommaso from community management and the Resogun team.
Ah, come on.
I don't want to mess up the end.
Let's see.
But definitely a modern art example in games of late.
Game over.
And we'll get back at this. I think this is a classic game that should be played a lot.
So we did the 35% of the game in how
No,
long?
35% of the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 5 more worlds left, plus all the dark worlds.
Seems to
Hey, thanks for this. This is awesome. And Super Meat Boy, great game.
Tommy, thank you for being with us.
Thanks for
Thanks
playing.
letting me be here.
All right.